Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz and I want to talk to you about Act CRM Classic. Act CRM Classic, when you start working with it as a longtime Act user, there are subtle little differences. I tell people this is about 80% of what you expect when it comes to using Act. The other 20% changes slightly because you're used to using Act in the desktop software, but now we're in a web environment and that just changes some things. So one of the things I want to show you is how to work with what's called the list view in Act. And for most of you, when you do a lookup of, say, a company or a contact or any kind of lookup where there's more than one contact involved or returned in that lookup, it will take you to a list view so you can see an entire list of what you looked up. Let me show you what I'm referring to in this case. I'm going to go up and go lookup. I'm going to go down to where it says first name. And I've previously typed in John, so I'm just going to leave it there and I'm going to click on OK. So when I do a lookup, and as you see in this case, there is more than one person named John, you'll see that it came up as a list view. So the list view allows me to pick which John I want. So let's say for our discussion, I want John Guild. I'm going to click on John Guild and it's going to take me inside Act to the detail view. And you'll see up here the detail view is bold. If I want to get back to the list view, I can click on list view here. Again, while I'm in here, if I want to get back to the detail view, I click there. So it's very easy to get back and forth. But the key here is if you want to get to a specific contact, click on the contact's name. When I go back to the list view, I want to show you some options inside of this. One, we have all these headings: company, contact, email, phone. But Act has many more fields that you can choose from. So for example, if I wanted to add more columns to this area, what I would do is I'd go way over to the right, and where I see what looks like 3 columns, I'm going to click on this. This is called Customize Columns. This box pops up. I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to make it a little bit wider, a little bit taller. And what I want you to observe is this. These are all the fields that I see right now in my view. If I want to take a field out, and typically for clients I take out the is user, I take out private, I generally will take out favorite. But let's say there are fields over here on the left that we want to add. I go find the field I want to add, and I'm just picking anything. I'm going to click personal email. And I want you to observe right here there's a single arrow. If I click on that single arrow, it puts personal email over here. If by mistake you click on double arrows, it's going to take everything that you see over here and put it on the right hand side. Hence it's going to show up over here. If you do that, my experience has been, rather than trying to fix your mistake, it's easier to just click cancel and start again. Because if you add all these things, you'd have to go take them out one by one. And honestly, it's so much time involved. I think it's easier just to click cancel and start this process again. Also, if I want to move things around, like let's say I want to move personal email up under email, I just click on it and click on move up. Now I'm going to click OK. So why is this relevant? Why is it important that you know how to add columns? Well, one of the aspects of Act is you can take all your data, the fields in Act, not the underlying activities, notes, and histories, and you can export it out to Microsoft Excel. When I'm in the list view like I am now, whatever I see in these columns, whatever I see here at the time, I can go over to the right and click on this little Excel item, XLS, and export all the things I see here, in this case, just 2 contacts, over to Excel. So let me do that real quick. And again, it's only going to be the columns that I see here. If I click on open at this point, it's going to open an Excel file, which is popping up on my other screen, which I'll bring over in just a couple seconds. And it will allow you to see that information that you see here, but it's now in an Excel file. And this is one way, and there you go, it's right there. Now I can come in and manipulate this a little bit. I can just make the columns fit a little bit better so that you see everything, but it's all right there. So when you want to back up your data, it's a good idea to back up your Excel data this way, or back up your Act data, I should say, out to Excel, periodically. Also, by doing this, you can also study it and manipulate it and come to terms with some of the information that's in here by shooting it out to Excel. But a lot of times, the columns you want to get to Excel, if they're not being shown, you have to go back and make sure you add them in Act in this area. So you need to add the columns. I'm just going to close this and we're good to go. So ladies and gentlemen, that's how you work with the list view, the detail view. You add columns and also export things out to Excel. Have a great day. Thank you.